Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome to this particular video. So guys, this is the part 2 of our C programming language tutorial, and as a sort of review from the previous video, we have talk about the basics, the introduction to C language, the features, and other information that we have discussed in the previous video. So for this particular video, guys, we're going to talk about our first program or C program. So basically, we also discuss how to install code blocks, and here you can see I'm using code blocks to create our C program. Okay, so here we have the basic program or basic C program. Okay, and before that, I'm going to show you how to create project here in code blocks IDE. So the first thing that we're going to need is to create a project. So instead of using this particular file test.c, we're going to close that and then create our new project. So let's go to file and then new, and then there's an option here for creating our project. So basically all we have to do is select here a type of application that we want. So for example, we're going to just create a basic application or basic C program. So let's try to find that here in this options. So we're going to select the first one, which is the console application, because we're going to start with a very basic application. So go, and then next. So it should be C. Project title will be Programming Knowledge Tutorials. And then let's just select the actual directory to use. So let's just say the documents, and then we're going to create a new file here or a new directory, C projects. And then okay, and then next, and then we don't want to mess around here, so just basically finish the wizard for now. So finish. So we have here our project, programming knowledge tutorials, and we have here the sources, and by default it created this particular file main.c. So as you can see, we have here some parts or pre-populated code for us. So we have the very basic structure of a basic C application. So if you try to run this, let's just try to run this first before we go any further with our tutorial. So let's just run, and then it will ask to build our project. So of course, yes. And then there you go. You can see here the hello world text. So basically what this program is doing is just printing hello world string or text into our monitor or this particular console. So press any key to continue, or you can just close this particular command prompt. Okay, so if you want to make the text or the code bigger, you can just control scroll by using your keyboard and your mouse, of course. So I'm just going to make it bigger so that you will be able to see what I am doing here with our project. So first, I'm going to discuss first the parts of this particular program or basic program of C. So basically we have the lines 1 and 2. So basically it is the import statement of this particular program. So it is basically saying that we need these files and we need to include this in our new program or new file main.c. So we have here the include and then stdio.h and include stdlib.h. So basically these are header files. Okay, So these are files, and we need functions from those files. So for example, we have here the functions printf here. So this particular function is inside or can be found in stdio.h file. Okay, and here we also have the int main, as you can see here. So the int main is the main function. This is the entry point of every program in C language. So in normal terms, it is basically the entrance. And every time we run our project, it will try to find the main function of our project. So it should have like one main function for in order for us to run our program. So int main, so basically it says that the return type is an int, and then everything inside this curly braces, open and close curly braces, is part of this particular function main. And we have two lines here, so printf and then semicolon, and then return 0 and then semicolon. So these are the lines of our int main function. So in order to terminate a line, you need to add semicolon at the end of that particular line. So just like this here, and of course just like right after this return 0. So now I'm going to explain what this function does. So the printf is a function used to print data on the console. So basically we're just telling our program to output hello world, and then it should return 0. So return 0 statement, it means that the return execution status of this particular program, and the 0 value is used for successful execution and 1 for unsuccessful execution. So let's try to run this again. Anyway, you can just run or build and run your project, or you can just run it by pressing this particular run button. Okay, so as you can see here, we have this particular string or output hello world, and if you try to add a new line for our program, printf, and then everything that we want to display, it should be inside the double quotes. Okay, C programming is awesome. Okay, and then of course we need to end this particular line by adding the semicolon at the end, and then save. You can just build and run. So as you can see here, hello world and then C programming is awesome. So notice that we have added this particular character here, \n. So we're just telling the program to add another line, or to go to a new line after printing the hello world or the hello world string, this one. And let's try this also for this particular second line, and build and run. Okay, so as you can see, after printing the C programming is awesome, it added a new line here, which you can see as a space between C programming awesome text and process returned 0. So there are other texts or other keywords also for this. Instead of using slash or \n, you can use \t for tab or for tabbing. So let's try that. Save and then build and run. So as you can see, there is a significant space between programming word and the word is. So this will come in handy if you're trying to work with like tabular data. So \t will be like very useful for you, because it will format the columns for you, and as I've said, it will be a great help. Okay, so I think that's all for this particular tutorial, guys. In the next video, we're going to dig deeper with our C programming language tutorial. And I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you have questions, please let us know in the comment section below. By the way, if you're new here in our YouTube channel and you want content about programming, so I am inviting you to subscribe and press the notification bell so you'll get updated whenever we have a new upload. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.